Good morning and welcome to the Home and Health Show here on WMUZ 103.5 The Light. I'm Chris Ayotte, your host this morning, joined by our friends and guests from RC Heating and Cooling. We're joined by Kaylajoy, one of their co-owners, a.k.a. HVAC Barbie, and she is outfitted in pink today. Brand new business card, also in pink. You've brought a guest this morning with us.
I have.
Kayla?
Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday. I have brought the other co-owner, Eric Kermis, with me this morning. He will add some additional value to our conversation today on the mechanical side and really letting everybody know how to do all of the good mechanical stuff that they do in the field.
Yeah, any questions that they may have. So good morning to you, Kayla and Eric. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us. You know what's interesting about your company, RC Heating and Cooling? You both took over this enterprise,
Yes.
some 8-9 years ago? Do I have that right?
So we purchased it almost 2 years ago now from the original owner. I've worked with the original owner for 9 years. Eric's been working with him for over 13 years.
Eric, you're a veteran.
Yep, been
Look
there
at
13
you.
years.
So there's a legacy here. There's a reputation. There is really a compelling reason why customers keep coming back to RC Heating and Cooling. So, Eric, we're going to put you on the hot seat today. Tell us a little bit about your background, why this company has meant so much to you that you would invest as a co-owner now for RC.
Yeah, absolutely. So around 2011, one of my buddies was Ron Sr.'s son, Ron Jr. He got me into the company, and I literally carried his tool bag for a year and just watched him work. And we were a smaller company. We actually started out of Ron's garage. So every morning we'd be at the kitchen table eating breakfast, and it was real close-knit, and we just felt like we were family. So that's what we've always tried to instill, especially to our customers. We treat all our employees and customers like family. And then
You must have just learned a lot along the way in Ron's shadow. Ron was the original owner. The business is some 35 years old, still watching the clock here in terms of legacy. But you were picking up on all of what he was training and showing and modeling, especially vis-a-vis how you treat your customers, which I think is so important in the heating and cooling business, how you treat those that you service. You're not taking advantage of them. You're not upselling them. You're not trying to sell them something that they don't need. You're trying to take care of what a lot of homeowners just out of sight, out of mind aren't even thinking about, and that's their AC and furnace system.
Yeah, that's exactly what Ron taught both of us originally, was just give the customer what they need. Don't fix something that's not broken. Don't, try and go around their backs and, charge more than what's necessary. So we're just so thankful that he taught us how to treat a customer and making sure that they feel like family and that they're not getting swindled or anything like that. We love just being able to take care of all of the needs that a customer has, and as well help them out with anything else they may need with different referrals and references or even anything else.
Yeah. So for you, Eric, over the last 11 years, what has that looked like? You're in the field, you're driving the trucks, you're doing the service, you're talking to customers, you're establishing this business now as a co-owner.
yeah, so absolutely. The joy of it being a smaller company, when we started, it was one other guy, Junior, and me, and we did a lot of commercial work and residential. So we were doing all the installs, all the service work, commercial and residential. So we were out there every day working on giant units and small units. So it's nice to have that experience. Some of the bigger companies, they'll start you off sweeping the floors, being a parts delivery, a maintenance technician, changing filters. But being as small as we were allowed to do everything. So I got a good grasp on everything in the field. And it was learning from Ron. He was in the business for a really long time, 35 years. His dad was in the business. His dad owned companies. His cousins own HVAC companies from here to Indian River. up north. And there's an HVAC family. And that was really good to learn from him.
When you start from the bottom and you get to the top, you know every single piece of the job. So you know how to do everything. So when you train the next guy that comes in, you teach them exactly what you learned too.
Yeah, I mean, how important is that? And now, how many trucks do you have?
So we have 6 trucks.
Yeah.
We have one that is like a big box truck for our commercial stuff, and then we have all the service trucks as well.
And you service all over Metro Detroit.
Yes, all over Metro Detroit.
And residential and commercial, as you said, Eric. Just over that period of time, what do you think has really resonated with customers, those that you've been able to help, especially for those that really didn't know anything about it and you came in to save the day?
So the greatest feeling I've had is when we go to a house and the lady is a widow and she doesn't even know how to change her filter. Her husband took care of everything. And, we get up there, we do a quick fix. We don't price gouge. We're very reasonable. Sometimes it's just the thermostat's set to cooling instead of heat. And, we wouldn't charge anything for that, And when you come up from the basement and they just start crying and give you a big hug, like, that's better than a paycheck to me.
Yeah, wow. And what a beautiful story, because there are a lot of different systems out there. A lot of them are antiquated because they're 10, 20, 30 years old. I can't even imagine what you see from time to time. How, kind of overall, on average, how long do these systems typically last?
The newer systems should last 15 to 20 years with proper maintenance done. So we want to get ahead of any issues, look for pitting and contactors, check the capacitors under full load and without a load on them while the unit's running is what full load means. Just get eyes on everything. Make sure the blower wheel's not dirty, and just things that the average homeowner's not going to be able to find and see or doesn't have the equipment to test. And it's
as long as
Go ahead.
As long as you're doing the maintenance and you're keeping up and you have records of everything, from even when you get a brand new system, people think, oh, it's a brand new, I don't need to maintenance it. Yes, you do, because it could get clogged, like outside your unit outside. It's cottonwood season right now. It could have a blanket of cottonwoods on there, but what you see, because don't have a trained eye, is you see, oh, it's just fine. It looks the exact same. It doesn't. So it could get clogged. It could stop a lot of the efficiencies in the units.
There are sometimes that cottonwood looks like snow. I can't believe how heavy it is this season.
When I wake up in the morning and I can't breathe, that's how I know.
I know. Maintenance, very important for heating and cooling systems. How often should people have their system checked, say, in the course of a year?
At least twice. So you would want to do it in spring and fall before it gets super hot and before it gets super cold. You don't want to have July 4th at your 4th of July party. You don't want your AC breaking down and having, when it's busy season, having, a company say, I'll be there in 3 days. So we try to get ahead of anything we can. And in the spring, we try to wait till after cottonwood season if we can. Sometimes a second one, if the cottonwood, like this year, if the cottonwoods are really bad, we'll train the homeowners to hose them off with light pressure, and you'll see start from the top to bottom and even pressure side to side.
That's like the outside AC unit?
The outside condenser unit, yes. And I'll show them how to hose it off if we do it before cottonwood season is done. And you were talking about allergies, Kayla was. I see it as dollar signs falling out of the sky.
I suppose that's a good thing. Not that you're taking advantage of
people.
No,
absolutely not.
No.
It's regular maintenance, and just like when it's 10 degrees outside or 100 degrees outside, we see that as a good thing, keeping us busy.
Yeah.
And also being able to educate more people.
Yeah.
Because like he said, he trains the homeowners when they go out there. All of our guys, they go out there, they show them, hey, this is how bad it is. Let me show you what to do. Here's how I did this, when I did it. So let me let you know ahead of time. So next time you have an issue, you can do it yourself.
Yeah. The calls are already coming in, which is kind of exciting. You guys have a very special offer that you're presenting to all of our WMUZ listeners this morning. I have it written down here, but I'll let you go ahead and tell the audience. what it is.
So we have a maintenance plan that I am always educating people on. We have a 15% off offer. So it's a monthly offer. You can choose one of the 3 plans that we have: Peace of Mind, the Ultimate. We have a seasonal one, and you get an additional 15% off every single month. And then we have an additional $500 off a split system replacement. So if you're in need of a new air conditioner and furnace, if it's older than 20 years, 15 years, or it's just not working for you, we will help you out and give you an additional $500 off.
Wow. So that's a $500 discount on the replacement of the AC and furnace system in the home, and that's good through the end of June, I believe.
Yep, through the end of June.
Wow, a $500 discount. Folks, you can learn more at rcheatcool.com. That's the website. Or you can call Kayla and Eric this morning. Maybe you have a question. Maybe you'd like a consultation. Maybe you have an issue. Maybe you have questions that you just don't know the answer, and you need an expert that will treat you like family. It's RC Heating and Cooling at 586-991-5990. That's 586-991-5990. We'll continue here on the Home and Health Show on WMUZ 103.5 The Light, Detroit made Bible strong.